Hey, welcome to Water Cooler. Thank you so much for tuning in. Episode number 452. Also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 38.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've done a lot. We've done a lot of 69ing on this show. And today will be no different. Today I have the key three. That's right, no Gary or Doss, but we do have my former Curl Digital buds, like all the way in Austin, Mr. Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hi, Matt. And then all the way in Long Beach, California, just like me, it's Kalen Bean.
What's going on?
Hi, Kalen, and I am your humble, so humble host.
So humble.
Chris Loxamana. Yeah, the other boys couldn't make it. We are recording at a much different time. Based on me, this is my fault. I asked to move to a later date, and we did. And then the other two guys couldn't make it, unfortunately. So here we are. But it's okay. We don't need them. This may have been my plan to get them out of the picture. I like seeing Matt's face and Kalen's face just a little bit bigger on my screen. It gets too crowded.
Yeah, that is nice.
It gets too I'm seeing detail. You want to know why? I need to see detail right now because I'm looking at Matt's screen. If you're not watching this on YouTube, I suggest you go find it because he has decorated. It is October. It is Fondleween season.
Yeah,
and
Fondleween.
And Matt has put up some decorations in his room. I see a pumpkin. Oh no, it's not pumpkin. It's just like one of those Japanese rice paper balls.
I thought that was a pumpkin too.
I thought it was. You know what, Cam? We would have been convinced it was a pumpkin
That's right,
had
yeah.
Gary or Dawson been here to shrink his screen. But now that we can enhance,
This is good.
that is a rice paper lamp thing. That's just happens
like a
to be
lantern
orange.
type.
It's not rice paper. It's just paper. It's like a paper
Why
lantern.
do I want to say it's rice paper?
You're a little racist. It's okay.
I don't know. I need to taste it to confirm. And then I don't know what's on top of your door, but those are new.
They're like vintage. Ironically, they're not new. They're very old. They're like vintage Halloween decorations. There's a cat, there's an owl, and there's a skeleton.
Yeah.
You know, we have so much stuff outside that it has now spilled into the other rooms. I said, you know what? I'm going to make this studio a little jolly, you know?
I'm surprised there isn't more.
Well, it's only fucking October 3rd, Kalen. Give me some time, all right? Maybe
Yeah.
there'll
Wait,
be
you're not-
more next
We
time.
are-
Fully decorated yet
I-
by October 3rd?
No, and we've been going at it for at least a week, so.
I didn't want to say anything either. I was a little underwhelmed, Kalen, but we will still continue with describing Matt's room because on his mic stand, prominently featured, is a large purple spider. Could be real, could be fake. We were trying to figure it out.
We're not sure.
Before the show started, so we'll wait to see if it moves. And then, and Kalen just typed in the chat, Matt's also wearing a Halloween mask. So I don't know. That's news to me, but it's very scary.
Not. This is my real face.
But anyway, so glad to see that you have started decorating. Are you doing any outdoor decorations?
No, but the only reason why we haven't is because we just got our trees trimmed today. And this has been on the calendar, and we got.
I know we saw it on our calendar. You put it on ours too.
You got to move the cars out of the driveway. You got to take all of the the summertime decorations down, and then once they're done trimming the trees, we're gonna put it all out. So hopefully this weekend.
When
plan.
the tree trimmers came by, do you do the same thing that like when people riding scooters look at motorcyclists and they just go, yeah, I'm one, like, what's up? We're in the same club. Because you were a tree trimmer on a much smaller scale.
I see.
You trimmed
Wow.
bonsai trees, and I just want to know, like, when you looked at them, did you look at them as brethren, as colleagues, as brothers?
They would be so offended by this.
I have to say, Chris, I'm so glad that you have reframed this for me because I will do so going forward. Truthfully, when my wife and I lived in Pasadena, we had tree trimmers completely butcher our beloved oak tree or whatever the fuck it was. That's how beloved it was. But it provided such wonderful shade through the whole summer, and it just got hacked to pieces, and it was truly devastating. So I was so apprehensive about this tree trimming day, and I should have thought of them like my brothers. How could they go wrong? Sure, I've killed multiple bonsai trees, but maybe they'll be better at their job.
Yeah, yours wasn't on purpose. Now,
Yeah.
I kind of do something similar actually in my pond work, so it's on a smaller scale. But a lot of times people need
Scale.
all of
You're good.
You just call up James Cameron and just go, hey, I know what it's like to go underwater too.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I have a new client tomorrow whose pond is super overgrown, and I'm always very hesitant about cutting, like how much of the plants I'm going to cut back until one of my most recent clients was like, just trim it like all back. And there's so much of it that every time I go over there, he goes more. And so now at this point, I think I'm just going to like hack her yard to pieces like they did your tree and then just let it all grow back. I might get in trouble for it though. I don't know.
I mean, you may just want to ask them.
I did.
No.
She was like, just do what you think. And I was like, well, if I
Just
cut
do
it,
what you think.
Yeah,
All right,
that's what
well,
she
then
said.
fuck them.
and it's easier for me if I cut it all way back, then, less trimming in the future.
That's true.
So Matt, I do have an idea for when the tree trimmers come by.
They're
The next
gone.
time.
Okay.
So you know they'll do a good job. Is like when I get haircuts, a thing I've been requesting now is scissors only. I don't want the buzzer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want it to look like I just had a cut. Like I want it to look natural. And so scissors only cut's kind of the only way I get there these days. So I'm basically picking the tool that they are using to cut my hair. And now you are, I would say, an expert tree trimmer. You've done it enough. I mean, you don't get paid for it, but maybe you
Killed
could.
them enough.
You've had enough experience. You've put in your hours. I don't know if you've reached 10,000 yet, but it's been enough to where you just walk out there with a set of nail clippers and you just go, can you please only use this to trim my trees?
Yeah.
And just
I think I'm actually going to get scissors only tattooed on the back of my neck. And then that way, they don't even have to ask,
Yeah.
Like I sit down in that chair, they put the smock on, and then they know what I mean.
I am almost 40 years old, and when I sit down to get a haircut, I still don't know what to say. Like, they're like, what do you want? And I just go, I don't know. What do you think looks good? Like, it's almost like Kaylin's client. Like, just do what you want, and then if you butcher it, I'll get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't know what to tell people.
But you don't go to the same person every time?
I just started going to the same person, but
Okay.
I have not had a regular hairstylist for over a year, for the most part.
Gotcha.
So, and
Just haven't found the right person?
I've moved. I haven't found the right. It doesn't work with my schedule, and I don't care enough to have to schedule it out that far in advance. So it's all the above. It's me. It's a me thing. I'm not saying that it's big hair or anything. It's me. There's no conspiracy there. I'm the one.
But I mean, here's the thing, Chris, because I feel like your hairstyle has not really changed much.
That's also
in the time
point.
that I've known you. Neither has mine. When I've gone to a new person, which rarely happens, but I try to walk in with my hair looking how I assume I would like it to look, and then just say, I need this, but a little bit shorter and styled a little bit more. And then from that point forward, assuming I like the cut, I just say whatever you did last time was great.
Yeah, that's too much work for me, because the person I go to now, she shampoos my hair. So if I go in there, styled it up, I've styled it up, it's just gonna get washed out anyway, and that's like an ounce of pomade that I'll never get back.
Sure.
So
That's more valuable than windshield wipers.
that's what I'm saying. I'm frugal with weird stuff. All right. So and I don't know, but when someone else shampoos your head, it is euphoric. There's a lot of neurons going on up there. The sensitivity is just is at a high level. And then they dry your hair, they dry your ears, they like finger your ear holes with the towel. It's just it's awesome. It's a pretty intimate experience. And
I feel like I get the shampoo, but I don't get my ear holes fingered.
oh, ask for it.
Hey, maybe you pay a little more than I do.
You just got to request it at the top.
Kaylin, you got hair still?
For now, but I've never had my ear holes fingered. I will double confirm that one. I did have a hairdresser that used to give me she had this electronic thing she would strap to her hand and then give me a massage after I was done.
What?
Like a shoulder
this?
massage, yeah.
Get
A shoulder
outta here.
massage.
She was my hairdresser for 16 years.
Why?
So
Why is this past tense?
well, she moved to Nashville. So for the past year, I've been getting shaved
Load them up.
haircuts.
Yeah,
Tell the
let's
kids.
go.
Time
We're
to make
going
new
Nashville.
friends. Let's
Hair's
go.
getting long,
Yeah.
fam.
Yeah.
I-
She secured this client for a while. It was awesome.
The more south you go, that is like hair. I don't know. It's just a back rub. That's weird.
It wasn't like a full back rub though. Again, it was this like I don't even know how to describe it. It was just this big metal fucking thing that she strapped to her hand and then just go over the shoulders and the neck for I don't know, maybe a minute, maybe less, and then that was it.
Does I do like the move where they dip your shirt down and get that wolf hair that's like right under.
Oh
the
yeah, she
collar
would
of
put
your
that
shirt.
that hot shaving
What?
cream right at the back too there, and then shave the back part. Yeah, that was
Wow.
good.
Yeah, that's how you.
Oh.
That's a sign of a good hairstylist. If they're like, okay, you're gonna look weird with your shirt off from behind, so I'm gonna help ease that by like kind of just getting some of that gap that your collar leaves. You know what I mean? Matt looks confused.
I honestly, I think I am blessed in that I really have no back hair. Really don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I don't have back hair either, but like my hair grows
Yeah,
down to here. Let me see. Wait, Matt, turn around. Let me see. Put your collar down.
No, I just got
bet
I
it's
just got a
crazy.
tattoo there. It's sensitive. No, I mean honestly, I'm not trying to like not yes and you. I just don't. I legit don't know.
You have no body
Sorry,
hair?
Gary. Sorry, Gary's not here to back you up.
It's okay. Maybe it's just me. Like, yeah, I get like this, like on the back of your neck, and yeah, it just grows. It grows a little too far down, and also I've had I went to
Chris.
Supercuts one time.
You know when the hairs in the back of your neck stand up? That's them.
That's them. I watched that twice in the last 2 weeks.
Oh, well, you mentioned it last week.
Okay, yeah, I watched it again with Jenny.
Nice.
Yeah, she
Sixth Sense for people. Who
the
don't know.
Sixth Sense. I watched it, and then I told her I watched it, and she was upset because she has never seen it. And then I went,
She's never seen it.
She has never seen it. And I asked why, and she said, because everyone spoiled the ending already for me. And I said, they did.
You know what's funny about that is that 2 weeks ago we had a script reader on my dad's podcast, and he worked for Bruce Willis reading scripts. And so he got The Sixth Sense and he doled it out to his employee who's very trusted. He said, here, read this script. Let me know what you think. The guy comes back, says, it's an amazing script. It's fantastic. And guess what? Bruce Willis, he was dead the whole time. The script reader, why the fuck did you tell me that?
Well, that's probably what a lot of people did. It was spoiled for me before I saw it. Was it spoiled for you guys?
Yeah, it was spoiled for me.
Thankfully, it was not for me
Oh, I'm
because
jealous.
I was always, first one for all the movies.
Right. So it was definitely spoiled for me, but I still watched it and I loved it. And so Jen just goes, yeah, it was spoiled for me before I saw it, so I never wanted to see it. And I asked her, so what's the ending? And she goes, I don't know, everyone's like a ghost or something. And
So she doesn't know.
so I went,
Okay.
let's
Okay.
watch it. Even if you know the ending, let's watch it. And I thought that it would really get to her, but she really went into the movie thinking everyone's a ghost. So like that dinner scene with Bruce Willis and his wife's like, oh yeah, they don't see each other, they're both ghosts. I'm like, stop saying that, just watch the movie. It's like, yep, they're all ghosts. They're all ghosts. And I'm like, no, they're not. Not everyone's a ghost. Not everyone's a ghost. And it really ruined the experience because then when it was just Bruce Willis, it wasn't, oh my God, Bruce Willis is a ghost. It was, oh, so it's just Bruce Willis that's a ghost. All right. Well, I thought they were all ghosts. So, so it actually
That's amazing.
yeah, it actually diminished the effect because when you think everybody's a ghost. So maybe I should have cleared it up at the top, like, I don't think you know what the ending is because I just didn't want to say anything.
I thought you played it right. I would have never expected that reaction either. That's hilarious, though.
And then that dinner scene, she's like, so they can't see each other, right? Because they're both ghosts. Are they both ghosts? And
you're kind of right.
And I don't even know how to just play this cool. I'm like biting my lip, like don't like poker face, just don't give her anything. Don't give her anything. Like, I don't know. You're not gonna tell me. No, I don't know. So it was a tough watch for me, but there were moments where she really definitely she enjoyed the movie overall, but it was just funny that the effect was something I didn't expect, which was fun. So I didn't mind. what are you guys gonna be for Halloween? Did you figure out your costumes yet, Kaylin?
I have not, and I got a party coming up in a week or two.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
I gotta figure something out. I know.
What party? What's going on?
Yeah, it's like
You guys are
like-
looking at each other like maybe
like
Chris is
family.
hosting a party.
No, but-
I'm not. I'm not. It's a family party. Kaylin's my family now. Remember, so
yeah.
so we have to. We had one. So Jen's mom was at like a party store and all the costumes were half off. And so she calls us up and she's like, "Hey, I found a baby like caveman costume." I'm like, "That's hilarious. Yes, let's do that." And then she also got us, me and Jenny, a Fred Flintstone and Wilma costume because Jenny already has the red hair, so that's easy for her.
Perfect.
To just get it. But
Yeah.
then
And you already have the massive frame.
I have
so
the massive
easy for
frame
you.
and the huge bare feet. Would I
Yeah.
have to do that barefoot if I was Fred Flintstone?
How much do you want to commit?
That's right.
Half-ass this, or do you want to go full?
There was a year where I went as The Rock in that one photo.
We remember.
It actually blew up. Like The Rock himself saw it. It was, and then years out. I'm not saying I was a trendsetter, but years after everybody started doing this Halloween costume, it became a
Well,
big.
did The Rock retweet all of those other guys'
Yeah, I don't
pictures?
think so.
Or I don't think
fucking
so.
think
Yeah.
so.
So that's true. That's true, Kaylin. So anyway, I posted that picture, and it still haunts me. That Joe Coy, he put, "Hey, it's an amazing costume, but you should have shaved. You got to commit, man." And because I was still full beard, because I was like, "Dang it, dude!" And to this, I was like, I should have shaved. I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal, but it became a bigger deal to where you told me I should have shaved. And so yeah, but I don't want to do a costume barefoot. I'm like,
Well, let me tell you, there was a year early on when my wife and I were first dating, and she had like a Minnie Mouse costume. And from many years earlier, I had a Goofy hat that I got at Disneyland. And so the thought was that, oh, it's like Goofy and Minnie are, having an illicit affair. And I wanted to be real about it. And I thought, Goofy doesn't have glasses. So you know what? I'm not going to fucking bring my glasses to this Halloween party. And let me tell you, dude, I do not wear contacts. And it was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. I had a migraine headache within about 30 seconds of being at that party. And it just took like 6 hours to get a cab to go home. Like, it was fucking miserable. It was awful.
so Matt's saying don't commit.
Yeah, don't commit. It's fucking
I
Halloween,
know.
dude. Who gives a shit?
Are those toes shoes still really popular, where they have like the individual toes?
Sandals? Oh, dude, they're more popular than ever.
I would never. Those shoes that form to your feet and have the individual toes. If I just get like clear ones
Ninja socks?
or like skin colored ones, do they make those?
Yeah. You probably
Well,
could do
here's
that.
the thing about committing and pertaining to the story. Like, you guys went as Goofy and Minnie for your party. Well, I raised the concern after these costumes were bought that Fred and Wilma did not have Bam Bam. They had whatever that girl's Pebbles. They had Pebbles. And
You want to borrow Blake?
So yeah,
That's true. That could totally work.
so I know. So I told them it would be weird if Fred and Wilma were just hanging out with Bam Bam solo and no Pebbles. To where they're like, no, it's fine. Until today, when I found out Jen has returned the costumes because it has been eating away at her, that I raised this concern. So,
No.
so
back to square one.
We're back to square one.
Well, my wife has been very excited to make her own Halloween costume. And so she was inspired to do a Queen of Hearts, Alice in Wonderland style costume. And so this is great news for me because I am just going to take a sandwich board and I'm going to be a fucking card. Done. See what I'm saying, Kaylin?
You're gonna be a
Yeah.
you're just
You're
gonna,
bopping your head around. You're bopping your head around like you're on.
I thought you were gonna go the other direction. I thought you were gonna go. I'm gonna go Mad Hatter. I'm gonna do the hat. And then you went. I'm gonna be a card.
I'm gonna be a fucking card. I'm gonna be the card.
Wait, so you're saying that she is going to
Like
dress
one of the soldiers, you know?
Wait, so
Oh,
she's
yeah.
gonna wait. Sorry, can you? What is her costume? It's a Queen of Hearts.
From
It's
Alice
like
in
a
Wonderland.
royal. Have you
Right,
familiar
okay.
with the story called
Yeah,
Alice
I
in
am.
Wonderland?
Yes. Okay. So I'm sorry because so what I'm saying is you're just gonna be a blank card, so you would stand behind her, and then it would be cut. You two would just morph into a card
No.
because that's what you should do for
That's a
photos.
great idea.
There's just like you're the big white part, and then she's the Queen of Hearts on the card, and maybe you have like the numbers or the Q on, and then
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
boom.
You're
welcome.
Let me pitch it. I'm gonna pitch it to her.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, that's what I.
Except
was
when you're at
thinking
opposite ends of the party and says, "What are you?" You're gonna have to scream for Julie to come running over.
Get over here quickly.
about. No, don't take it yet. Hold on. I know it's a group pick. Do you? I forgot what I was gonna say because I'm just so
Listen,
pleased.
you already
I'm
pitched
so,
a great idea,
I'm
Chris.
so
You got nothing else to
pleased.
say, dude.
I'm so pleased with this Queen of Hearts concept.
This is great.
Sorry, what was the card that you were going to choose?
Oh, that's a great question. I never even gave it that much thought. I mean, I assumed something like the Ace of Hearts or the Ace of Spades. It's going to be something like that. Probably a heart card, given the fact that she's the
wanna be the
Queen of
king?
Hearts.
Oh,
I guess, yeah. I guess I could do
that
that,
looks
too.
too hard. Like if you
Yeah,
really,
it's a lot of detail.
if you really just want to phone
Just
it in,
cut out one heart and then a letter A.
yeah, the two of
And
diamonds
then an
seems
upside
like
down A.
two of diamonds seems like the easiest.
Yeah.
That now that I think about it, the
What if you were like the Joker card and inside you were also the Mad Hatter?
Wow,
for one
Kalen,
there.
you're
There you
really.
go. Yeah.
I like.
I don't have
that,
time
Kalen.
for all of
Thank
this. You understand, Kalen?
This is your time, Matt. This is you.
Right. And then, or you could be a different card on the back too, and you could just kind of flip around. And
Yeah.
is this your
I
card?
could ride a bicycle.
Learn some
It's a
card
bicycle
tricks,
deck.
but yeah, I love it. I love it. Now, the Two of Hearts has very special meaning to me because that is how I asked the first. That's how I asked my first girlfriend to go to prom with me, junior year of high school. Was she came over and I had this my room all like decked out like a magic show, and I performed all this close-up magic because
Oh, that's right. We've heard variations of this.
as if people need to be reminded I am a huge fan of the dark arts, and I performed all my close-up magic tricks. They went off great. She was stunned, and then the last card, it's called a force, Matt. You force a card on somebody.
Yeah, I've seen Star Wars.
Yes, exactly.
what the Force
It's
is.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker. By the way, if you haven't seen his act at the Magic Castle, it's phenomenal.
Classic.
So I used the Force to force a card onto her at the end of the show, and she picks it up, and it's the Two of Hearts. Will you go to prom with me? Boom. And I told this story in Allison Rosen's show, and then I would say 3 years later, the Parks and Rec
That's right.
penultimate
right.
finale. Where Aziz Ansari's character proposes to his girlfriend. He does a magic trick, and it ends up she gets forced a card that says the Two of Hearts, and written on it was "Will you marry me?" Was oddly familiar. To where Gary confirmed that a lot of the writers of that show were fans of Allison's podcast. So I personally take credit for the entire series of Parks and Recreation. Based off of that.
As you should. As
And
you
by the
should.
way, April starts. She said "woof woof" at the end of one of her letters and stuff. I mean, there are hints. There's hints. So it's not just Barstool. That's taken from this show. That's what I'm saying.
Now that I think about it, it's been a while since someone has directly lifted from our show. Are we losing favor? Are we losing the cultural impact that we once had?
It's funny. It's funny that you ask that because there is a comment. Why don't we just get into it? I know we have a Shay we want to do too, but let's do a comment because it's funny. It's funny that you say that, Matt.
Now it's time for listener comments.
All right, and these are all comments. We'll go to our Facebook group. These are comments found within our very free, very fun Facebook group. If you're listening to the show and you're not a part of it, go to facebook.com/groups/BoboBoyArmy Worldwide LLC. You answer a few questions, we might let you in. And it's my favorite place on the net. Really good people. And Erica Delgado. Erica Mercado Delgado. That's it. You got to say it because it has the hard consonant followed by a vowel at the end of each word. Erica Mercado Delgado. She has shared a picture of Barstool, and she said, "Just check out
just a singular Barstool
of a Barstool." Yes, this is she's shopping at Crate and Barrel and would like to know what we think of this particular seating piece. No, it's here. I will share it on the screen. Let's see. Here we go. Let me just make sure.
All your tabs are closed.
Yeah.
Oh, good call.
He's closing.
Oh,
yeah. Last time I did not like what that one tab said.
I don't even remember.
I did not like that.
Was it Matt in a bikini? I think it was Matt Fondler in a bikini.
I don't remember that.
Was on Gary's tab.
I don't remember that. Here we go. So this is Erica. She says, check out the name of this Segi on Barstool. And if you look, first off,
wow,
it's a guy playing acoustic guitar. I mean, that's my thing.
That's definitely your thing.
That's what I do.
And he's wearing a jacket, which is Dawson's thing.
He's wearing a jacket. That's Dawson's thing. Right?
Yeah.
The girl, you could kind of see, but it looks like she's wearing no socks. And Kaylin, a couple of days ago, was like, I don't have socks. So Kaylin's thing, but what I'm really focusing on is right here in the front. Shay Yak. I'm guessing that's his last name, Yak. I actually don't know. I guess it's a show Yak. So Shay Yak. They're doing a food segment.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
So we still got it.
We still got it. But thanks, Erica Delgado, for reminding us we still got it, because I was worried myself. So we appreciate you commenting. But Barstool, look, if you want us that bad, just hit us up.
Yeah, just come out and say it, man.
Say
We're
it.
flattered. Just say it, though.
We're not against you. Don't sneak around like that. It's no fun.
Dude, I love bar stools. That's like usually where I will sit if I'm going to go to a bar.
Yeah, we pick bars and we sit in their chairs. Yeah. A lot of times they're stools. Let's see here. I remember whenever we did the Corolla show, the live show, on the rider was we need bar stools with backs at all these comedy clubs, because we're a live podcast, and I forget who, but they're like, our bar stools need backs so we can kind of lean back, because it's too hard to sit upright for an hour and a half on stage. And I get it, but I will say it was very difficult to find bar stools with backs from a lot of these clubs, and they just didn't really want to purchase chairs and anything like that. So, but every time I think of bar stools with backs, it's like the rider, and then getting disappointed when we get to the club. Eric Lepore posted in the comments, and he just wants to know, how does everyone here feel about anchovies? Oh, I haven't voted yet. Boom. So we have yay, nay, or sometimes.
One thing that I really, really do want to try is anchovies on pizza. I have a very conflicted relationship with anchovies, in which I know that I like them and I want them more, but whenever I have bought them to just eat them straight out of the can, I just can't get over like the sliminess and the fish look of it. And the one time that I did, and I ate like half of one, it was a little too salty for me, but I feel like I would really like them on pizza, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to try that.
Well, if you are going to do that, make sure that it is a solo pizza that you are not sharing with anybody else. Because I had a friend once, I was like, hey, we're going to get a large pizza. I'm going to do half pepperoni. What do you want? And he did not hesitate. He went anchovies. And I said, haha, you're fucking with me, right? And he went, no, dude, it's so good on pizza. And I was like, all right, half pepperoni, half fucking anchovy. And you know what, dude? It was so bad. It was so bad. My whole side of the pizza was destroyed just from the air of anchovy.
Being in the vicinity of anchovy.
Yeah. Well, I
in
love a
England-
Caesar salad. I love a Caesar salad. So I'm okay in I suppose, a certain situation. But
in
Not my
England,
pizza.
which is definitely not known for their food, when I'd go over there, they would put tuna on pizza. And I tried that, and it was not good.
That's
I mean,
not
I like
okay.
a tuna melt.
I'd eat
but-
it, but it's not okay. Yeah. So, I will put it an asterisk next to Matt's suggestion that you don't order anchovy pizza if there's more than one person eating that pizza. And that is, you can absolutely order anchovy pizza and maybe extra anchovy pizza if that person eating pizza with you is Chris Loxamana. I love myself some anchovies.
Shocking.
Yeah. My prediction though, Kaylin, well, for a couple things. One, if you're going straight out of the can, may I suggest the sardine? They're very good. I mean, you're probably thinking of sardines as you think about anchovies. I don't know. Well, he said
yeah,
salty.
I could be. It was very salty.
Then that was anchovies. Anchovies are crazy salty. So when you
Yeah,
eat them on a
yeah.
pizza, it's almost as if the salt overpowers the flavor.
Which
Sometimes.
I think I would very much enjoy.
And we'll get some anchovy. I'll order one for Halloween.
Hell yeah. Okay, great.
Split an anchovy
Let's
pie.
do it. Yes.
My prediction is you're not going
I'm
to like
so glad I'm not going to your Halloween party now. Oh my god.
it. You know, Kaylin, you and I should just dress up as Ninja Turtles and just eat some pizza together.
That's
Now-
funny that you say that because I just bought Isla a Ninja Turtles costume. She's obsessed with Ninja Turtles at the moment.
Which
So-
one? Which one?
Which one did I get? The blue one.
Leonardo.
You're gonna have to do
Blue
better than
one.
that, Kaylin.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn
It was
You're
2
like-
days ago that Isla asked me like, or maybe it was Blake, what are all the Ninja Turtles? And I went Leonardo, Michelangelo. That's all I could remember.
Oh, you know, Kaylin, I know you know it's Donatello and Raphael that
There
you're
we
missing.
go.
So you're just like Dawson when he's trying to pretend he doesn't know the name of every Backstreet Boy, and he's just like, oh, like the young cute one. I'm like,
Justin
yeah,
Timberlake?
it's freaking
Justin
Nick
Timberlake,
Carter,
right?
dummy. We know. No. I meant like the dad. Oh, Kevin Ferguson. No. Like the bad boy. Oh, AJ McLean. Like, dude, just say you know their names. We know. You stop faking it. We can tell. That's what you're doing, Cam. It's okay. You can know the names of the Ninja Turtles. It's all right.
I feel like I missed out in my childhood. I was just like a step too late for the Ninja Turtles, and I would have been all over that shit.
So
if it had been out in the right time. But I got like SpongeBob instead.
wait. So who taught you karate? Because you had to know.
My sensei,
Oh,
my dojo sensei taught.
I meant who on
karate.
TV taught you karate? Because
Ineffective.
my senseis were the Ninja
Parappa
Turtles,
the Rapper,
the
maybe?
Power Rangers, a little bit of the VR Troopers. Yeah, Parappa
yeah.
the Rapper. Like
That was a deep cut. I'm glad you watched that.
Don't forget the Surf
That was-
Ninjas.
So the Surf
Chris.
Ninjas, yeah, Surf Ninjas, both Ernie Reyes and Ernie Reyes Jr. And Rob
And
Schneider
then
to
the
an
Three
extent.
Ninjas.
The Three Ninjas, Kalen. I pretty much could. I put in my 10,000 hours of karate and kung fu to where I think if I entered a tournament, I wouldn't come in last place.
I've realized.
I guess it would have
something.
been the Karate Kid and Three Ninjas. Were my,
Oh yeah,
were my
Daniel LaRusso,
introduction
Miss,
into
yeah,
Daniel
Miyagi-Do.
LaRusso. Yeah,
I've realized.
1 and 3, no 2. Never saw
think-
2.
You
Kaylin, I've learned something about you. You missed out on too much
That's what I'm saying.
ninja stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Therefore, you're now obsessed with anime and manga and all this fucking weird ninja stuff that no 35-year-old man should be interested in. And you love it. You are so into it now. And this is why you're making up for lost time. What do you think? That's my psychological.
You're right. You might be
Dr.
right.
Matt, I think you're correct. You're Kaylin.
I'm one of the
Now
only
I know what
doctors
I'm
who goes
going-
by their first name.
Now what I know I'm doing for Halloween. So thank you guys.
You're filling
Yeah.
a void, Kaylin,
Yeah.
unknowingly, by getting into all this stuff. Like, yeah, I saw you perusing like the Hello Kitty website last time I was there. I saw. You're all
Yeah.
about Sanrio. So yeah, you gotta watch more karate movies, man, and karate TV shows. Like, it's taught me. So I get so pumped when just from watching Cobra Kai. I get freaking pumped because it just brings me back. Like after the episode ends, I start doing air karate. I won't lie. Jen's walked in on me doing air karate. Like it just happens. So yeah, you gotta work on your moves, and maybe I'll watch Three Ninjas again. And ode to Matt's hometown. First we feast, then we felony.
That's right.
Which one is the one where they go out kind of into the woods and like the cabin?
Blair Witch Project.
Cabin in the woods.
I don't remember any ninjas in that one though.
That's the first one. Well, because
isn't the first one?
Well, Victor Wong's.
That's where their grandpa takes them.
That's where he
that's in the
trains
first.
them.
Is there only one or is there multiple?
Well, it's weird, Keon. It's okay. So it's Three Ninjas.
It's been a long
and then
time since I've seen it. Yeah,
the second one that came
they're
out.
badass though.
The second one that came out was Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, which is weird because Rocky and Tum Tum were different actors, but they kept Colt, which is fine. They got older. It ended on a weird scene where Colt hits a home run, and on his way from third base to home, he does some somersault and ends on a backflip, which just lands perfectly on home plate, and the crowd cheers. Now, I know there's some things that are unbelievable in these movies, but the following movie, and it was just a straight-to-video Three Ninjas, was Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, where if you look at the timeline, because now they went back to the actors from the first one. So Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum, where they're all a little bit younger than Three Ninjas Kick Back. So I think, I have not confirmed this, I think the sequential order is Three Ninjas, then Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, then Three Ninjas Kick Back. And if you watch Three Ninjas Mega Mountain at High Noon or whatever, don't. It's not part of the lore.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to apologize to the audience for opening this can of worms.
I don't know. What are you talking about? This is just a straight. I don't. What are you apologizing to? People. This is why people want to know. Man, now I want to watch all the Three Ninjas movies. Look what you got me.
We got to make sure Dawson listens to this episode. He's gonna go nuts. He loves this type of conversation.
Yeah. Dan Hoover. Let's move on to the next comment. Dan. Oh wait, but let me go back. The anchovy poll.
Three Ninjas again?
59% say nay, and then 25% say sometime, and 16%
I forgot what the
say
poll
yay.
was.
How does everyone feel about anchovies? Let's see. I would have anchovies all the time.
I want to know what else to eat anchovies on. There's pizza, and then
Caesar salad,
which I do like that. I need something else. I'm gonna try with something else.
I don't have an answer for you. I don't know what else. I don't know what else anchovies are used for. But
put on a cracker.
I guess, yeah, maybe like a advanced charcuterie.
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
You put anchovies on a charcuterie board like at a party. Can you imagine?
Matt's day would be ruined if you freaking saw that thing. Dan Hoover asks, what's peak water cooler? PWC. And his vote is before the White Claws came onto the scene, so he's an OG listener. It sounds like. So yeah,
I feel like he only liked the first 4 episodes of our show.
He likes the old days, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. He likes season 1. It's fine. Mm-hmm. And then other people are saying they like the Hunger Dome. They like Clan Mail. They love that.
That's never a thing, dude.
Nick Davis was on the show. Mike J. Nielsen wrote any show that there wasn't a game created by Matt being played.
Well, that's just hurtful.
And you're close to getting
I saw a couple in there that were basically like, Matt, this is your fault. Like, I got a lot of that.
I have an answer. I think that peak water cooler has yet to come.
Thank you.
There we go.
So, there you go.
But our next episode, sign up for Patreon, because that's gonna be it, baby.
Our next episode is gonna be
Jim Blake, he says, my wife reminded me that it's our pickup versary today. What is that?
I don't know. I'm assuming it's the day that they met. Is gonna be my guess.
That's exactly right. He says 30 years ago, I was chatting her up in a club while Lightning from K-Rock was in the booth playing the best of the 80s. She was out for one last night of partying before classes started. And all these years later, it's our son's last night before his class starts tomorrow. So that's cool.
You know what? This is beautiful. This comes full circle
He says, oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. I was gonna say, we were talking earlier about Halloween costumes. I met my pickup versary is a couple nights before Halloween night because I met my wife at a Halloween party where I was wearing a poster board costume. I was a Facebook page, but it was still the same idea of just wearing a fucking sandwich board.
If your costume this year is just the Facebook page turned inside out so you can have a blank sheet on the other side,
You brought it with him all the way
I'm
to
gonna
Austin.
lose my mind.
Saved it, brought it
No.
with him.
Well, Jim posted a picture of him and his wife on Facebook. So if anybody wants to see, beautiful young couple there, and congratulations to you two, and your family. So yeah, I was there at that party, Matt.
I know.
I was there. That was
A bunch of my friends were there trying to corner the girl I was talking with to make sure she knew that at work my nickname was the Porcelain Punisher, and gather around because there's a song about him that you should hear that this guy made for the Corolla show, and I'm watching you guys fucking push play.
I don't. You guys, I wouldn't do that.
You just admitted you were there, Chris.
I was there, but I wouldn't do that. If anything, I'm an excellent wingman. I'm like, hey, you know what I did? I went up to her and I went, hey, see that guy on the Facebook page? You should poke him.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what I would have done. See, boom. So those are those. We used to all go to Halloween parties. I remember I went as a sexy Woody one time. Woody from the Toy Story. I feel like I need. I need to
Let that sit there for a sec.
I need to be clear. Just because I thought, girls get to have their sexy costumes. Why can't I?
Why can't you? Yeah.
And then looking back at pictures, it just looked like I was gay Woody. So
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
no, but it just wasn't
Respect all Woodies.
respect all Woodies, but it just wasn't it wasn't the story I was trying to tell with my costume.
Yeah.
But whatever. Let's see. So I met Jen. I believe we may have crossed paths in high school. She knew who I was and she knew like the bands I was in and stuff. So she was probably just pining for me all these years.
She heard about the snake.
Oh no, she heard about the snake. She wouldn't want anything to do with me.
Oh yeah.
She's a good
He's
person.
Dirty.
Matt.
He played
She's
dirty.
a good person.
Yeah.
I remember knowing who she was too, but then after all these years, I just eventually found out her boyfriend and her split up, and I swooped in. So
There you go.
easy peasy. I waited all this time. That's the quick story, but it just happened, and it was lovely, and I'm so glad it did. And
Kalen, what about you?
I'll speak for Keelan. He just walked out of the room because he had to go ask Amy how they met.
He forgot.
He forgot. No.
Oh.
Oh no, they.
Oh no, he's talking to his children.
Yeah. Yeah. I muted him. I don't want to. So, I'll tell you the story of how Kalen and Amy met. I know exactly.
He's back.
I know exactly how they met because I was the one that introduced them. I was the one that did it. They met at a Loxy show. Loxy, the band I play in.
Wow.
We met after the Loxy show, but
No,
That's fine.
you were asking about her. You saw her. You laid eyes were laid.
eyes were laid.
Eyes were laid.
Hope that's not the only thing that was lit. Come on.
Dang it, Matt. So I saw Kalen when I was on stage. I'm very alert with what's going on out there, and I saw Kalen. He had little hearts flying around his head. He was in love, and so I played all my love songs and I sang them extra good to where I was basically Cupid, and shooting my arrows around. And I shot Kalen. I shot Amy with my arrows, and then Kalen was relentless about getting her phone number that night.
It's all Jenny's fault.
It's
all Jenny's fault.
Where Jenny, I have to ask her about this because she initially said no like 10 times.
Oh yeah. Relentless was the right word.
And Caitlin would not. She's like, you got to give me your number. And I've never seen Caitlin like this personally. So eventually he wore Jenny down to where Jenny gave Caitlin Amy's number, and 2 kids later, here we are. So yeah, did I tell? I love how I'm telling your story, Caitlin, but I did make it happen. So I feel like it's appropriate.
He's
Am I-
allowed to tell the story.
I feel like Jenny made it happen, but that's all right. You're
Well, Jenny
you're
can get her
combined
own
now.
podcast.
Yeah, that's true. and you would have met Jenny if it weren't for me. So I mean, it's still still a point for Chris. So
I was partially responsible for hiring Kaylin. So technically, Kaylin, you wouldn't have met the love of your life if it wasn't for me.
I feel like the other missing host was more responsible for you had your hire and Gary had his hire, and one of them worked out.
Mine did not go very
No,
well.
it did not.
is it who I think it is?
Yes.
I don't know. I liked everybody that worked there. There's nobody I disliked, so
Sure.
I don't think.
They were all good people.
Yeah, they're all gonna be.
Just some of them didn't,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
work very well.
Yeah, when I left Corolla, I told everybody like, hey, like I told the group like I loved working with you. Everybody's amazing except for one, and then I walked out just so I could toss a grenade in there and get the turmoil going because they really cared about my opinion. I'm sure. All right, look, I know we had seggies, but we're nearing the end of this show, so why don't we do those in Patreon, which we're going to record and release this week as well. By the way, if you're listening to this show, if you're new to this show and you made it this far, first off, congratulations. Secondly, we do an extra episode on Patreon every week, so it's like $5 a month. It's cheaper than one of Kaylin's
A cold brew at
brews.
Starbucks.
And it's a really great way to support this show, and we really appreciate it. In addition to that, you also get ad-free versions of this show.
Can I just say, by the way, what a delight that is to not have to hear our show ad-free, because I have dug through our archives to find clips for This Is How You Remind Me, and for some stupid reason, I am going through our regular feed instead of our Patreon feed. So I'm listening to past episodes with the commercials, and it's awful. Oh,
It's not that bad.
Terrible,
For those listening,
dude.
it's not that bad, and thank you for sticking it out. And
Like, who would support these small? No, I'm kidding. But seriously, if you just pay the $5, you don't have to get those interruptions because they're not well placed. It's tough. It's real tough.
and I will also say that you get extra we do meetups if you want to subscribe to that tier. We do a plugs tier where we plug what you, the listeners, think everybody should be checking out. Like we'll do at the end of the show for ourselves. And then we also do a movie club where we all watch a movie throughout over the course of a month. We'll pick a movie that everyone has to watch, and then we all get together and we talk about it, and it's fun. So a lot of perks like that. So please subscribe to our Patreon. And that's where you will hear Shay Fondele and a Flick of the Bean this week. All right, so before we get out of here, why don't we do our plugs? And I will throw it over to Matt Fondelier. What do you suggest we check out?
Well, in addition to the Patreon, I'll say again, I do some true crime writing, more recently for a TV show called Killer Relationship with Faith Jenkins. Season 3, episode 4. If you got Peacock, you can find it right there. And another one of my episodes will be dropping in a couple weeks, so pretty stoked about that. And then Sword and Scale Nightmares, there are a number of stories I've written for that that are airing right now. There's one that's called Hell that recently came out that is actually just about a fire. It's about like a tragic fire, but there's a true crime element that's going on in the background, and it is a wild story. So it's not really a traditional serial killer kind of story, but it's got a lot of really crazy twists in it. So please check that out, and check out our Patreon.
All right, and congratulations, Matt, on all your work, man. People can find your writing
you.
all over the place and support. So, Kaylin, what about you?
Just fooling about with Michael Bean, me and my dad's podcast. We got 10 episodes out already, and we just recorded another one today. I'm going to release next week with an actor that was in Aliens with him. So if you're a fan of that movie and you want to hear some behind the scenes of that movie going on, then go ahead and subscribe and download and rate and do all that good stuff.
Love it. Just fooling about.
You actually got a xenomorph to be on the podcast?
Just in time for
would
Halloween.
have so many questions for it.
It's,
unfortunately, my dad didn't make it out of the podcast.
Oh, no.
Today, so yeah, he's
do you have to get a microphone and then a smaller microphone, like 5 inches ahead of it, just to realize? And then I actually came just fooling about. I was looking forward to listening to that episode with Bruce Willis's
Script reader.
but then you spoiled it for me. So I don't know, I might miss it. No, just fooling about, everybody. Please subscribe, watch it on YouTube. Caleb does a lot of work on that show, so he's definitely go support. And then as for me, my band is playing at Tantalum in Long Beach, October 26th. That's a Saturday night. It is the Saturday before Halloween, so come dressed up if you want, and maybe we'll rock out a little Ghostbusters theme song, because I learned it. So I can only play it. I can only play it once a year. And then I'm also playing at The Ordinary on Tuesday night, October 29th. So also close to Halloween, very spooky time. That'll just be like a solo show, I think. So come out and hang, please. All right, that'll do it for this episode of Water Cool. We'll be back for Patreon later this week. Thank you so much for listening. We love you. Goodbye.